been late before.
Rot's setting in.
Oh, he picked a fine morning, didn't he?
What'd I do with this one?
Ask a silly question. Oh, give it to Nobby as well. He can make a start at least. I wonder if I should ring and see if anything's amiss, huh?
Good morning, one and all.
Morning.
Oh, now where have I seen that face before?
Smiling at you in your dreams. Well, how are things?
Decidedly dodgy.
Well, I'm back, so all is well.
You feeling refreshed, invigorated and ready for the fray after your little sojourn?
Yes, some of those things.
And where was it, by the way?
Ah, that would be telling. Could I have David Hunter, please? Could you tell him I'm back as soon as he gets in? Yeah, thanks.
Which is rather more than you told him when you went away. Sorry.
Can I have a word, Mr. Chance?
Can it wait, Mac?
Well, it's waited long enough.
Look, I've just got back from a week off. I've got an in-tray that's beginning to look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I've got a list of phone calls as long as my arms, and I've got to face David Hunter, so...
10 minutes, eh, Mac?
He's not exactly what you call a laugh a minute, is he?
What he's going through doesn't have a funny side.
And what's his trouble?
First of all, I should tell you your trouble.
Mine?
The trouble you have landed yourself in.
Oh, I'm all ears.
You hired Sid Hooper.
Yeah.
As a foreman.
Yeah.
In preference to promoting Mac.
Ah. Yes, that might take a bit of smoothing over. I can cope.
With the Race Relations Board.
You're joking. No. Well, you've got to be.
I've seen the forms. They went in yesterday.
Oh, couldn't you put the blocks on there?
Well, yes, of course I could. I could have fired Sid and giving him the job. I mean, no, thank you. Sorry, it's all yours.
Nobby?
Yeah?
Can you send Sid in here, please?
That's another little problem. He hasn't shown up yet.
Is that a regular thing?
No, but there's always a first time. Want me to call his home?
No, wait. A breathing space mightn't be a bad thing.
It's 5 to 9. Why didn't you give me a call?
I'm not an alarm clock, and for all I knew, you was having a day off.
You could have knocked and asked, couldn't you?
One thing you better get into your head. It'll be a long time, and there'll have to be a lot of changes before I come knocking on your door, Sid Hooper, for any reason at all.
This is because of last night, isn't it?
Don't be childish.
Oh, because I had a few bob on the horses?
A few bob? You lost all your money, and you called that a few bob.
What you gonna do with you? It's my money. I'll do what I like with it.
Yours? What about all the money you owe? Not just me, but everywhere you've been.
Listen, I won't stand for this. I didn't have it before. I'm not gonna stand for it now, right?
Where will you go with no money?
Oh, go on. Kick a man when he's down. Go on.
If you're down, it's entirely your own fault. At the moment, you got 3 board and lodging, which is more than you deserve. So don't ask for sympathy as well.
I'll pay you back, don't worry.
Good morning.
Hello, Rose. How long's the breakfast gonna be there?
Oh, get it yourself. I've got shopping to do at housework. I can't stand talking here anymore.
It's okay, love. I'll take care of it. What was all that about?
You know, Mavis. Good as gold, really, but you know, she's old-fashioned in some ways.
Such as?
Well, there's a guy down at the garage, you know, he calls in. He's got a couple of horses. One of them was running yesterday. He called in for his car, told me to put my shirt on the nag that was running yesterday. Done well in training, but...
I know. Its legs got all tangled up in your shirts and it finished last.
No, second last. You're a sport, Rose, anyway. Oh. You understand a fella needs a little relaxation?
Oh, I'm an expert at that.
I bet you are. Anyway, what's life without a bit of excitement, eh?
Right. Live and let live, I always say. Oh, I'm not a gambler myself, but, well, I like to take a chance now and then. I've done all my life. Morning. Morning.
All right.
Day off?
Well, no, not actually. I didn't feel too good. I must have eaten something yesterday, upset my stomach. Good job I hadn't been up the pub last night. They'd have blamed it on the drink.
You got your appetite back this morning, I see.
Well, aye, I was as empty as a barrel, wasn't I? I'm hungry now, though.
Takes all kinds.
I don't want to say anything about Mavis, you know.
You better not. She's been more than good to me, for one.
All right, little Miss Know-all. No, she's the salt of the earth, old Maeve. Nice breakfast, this, Rose. Thanks very much. Salt of the earth, she is, but she's a bit old-fashioned. You know, she's set in her ways. That's
there
the
are
problem.
worse things, you know. Like being too flesh.
You and me, now, that's a different thing. You and me, we're sort of two of a kind, eh? Can't eat any more, gotta go. See you later. Ta-ra.
Cheerio, Sid.
Believe me, Sharon, it never even crossed my mind. I mean, how could he think like that?
If I was in his place, I'd think it.
I interviewed Sid for the job of mechanic, right? Mm-hmm. Now, he came from 4 damn good jobs, and he was foreman at the last 2. I mean, he had every qualification.
But the job wasn't going.
Oh, yes, it was. Mac only had it on a temporary basis, and it didn't take Sid long to find out which way the land lay. He was only interested in coming here as a foreman. I didn't want to lose him. He had other offers.
Where?
Coventry somewhere.
Half the Midlands suddenly after Sid Hooper. Come on.
Sharon, I wanted him.
Yeah.
To my way of thinking, he was the right man for the job.
And look what it's landed you in.
Yes, so what do I do?
I haven't the foggiest.
I mean, Mac has gone ahead with this, has he? Seen the race relations board. It's not just an idle threat.
Oh, he's done it all right. Showed me the forms all filled in. There was even a space for me as a witness.
What?
A witness. I mean, I was there when you promised him the job for a trial period.
Oh, come on.
That's absolutely true.
Oh, I've heard it all now. I mean, even you've turned against me.
I'm coming out for him, Adam.
Does Reggie Lamont know about this?
Some.
What does he say?
Well, he left it to me. Like the good little kid I am leaving it to you.
Look, if this does anything to louse up that deal, there's got to be grounds, hasn't there, for a compromise? Mac, can you come in here, please?
Do you want me to go?
No. You stay where you are. You can call yourself his witness if you like. But I might need a little help here, and I'd like to think that you would give it.
Well, I have cast my tiny mind over this one for a whole week, Adam, and I do not see a glimmer.
Ah, Mac, come in, sit down. Oh, look, come on. We know what all this is about. We're not arch enemies. We've known each other for a long time. Something has gone wrong here. I have got to put it right. Now, let's just sit down and talk about it, huh? Let me start off with asking you a question. What is Sid like?
Like?
Yes, as a mechanic.
He does his job.
He's nothing special.
He'll never make Formula One, if that's what you mean.
He was foreman with 2 different companies.
So he says.
Do you doubt that?
He might have been.
Oh, he was. It's in his references.
Okay, so he was.
Oh, look, Mac, I wish you hadn't started this fight until I came back, because I can explain it. When there is a job going for a senior position, management has to make decisions. Now, that is not always easy. I'm not infallible, far from it. It's quite possible that I can make the wrong decisions. I have to weigh every factor, one way or the other. And I went for Sid and against you. There wasn't a lot in it. I can tell you that much, Mac. But Sid had the edge because of the work that he has been doing and the courses that he's been on. I would have been a fool if I'd have passed him by. I'm sorry, I know it's a disappointment to you. But, Mac, this had nothing to do with you being black. Not a thing. It didn't enter into it. Now, I've got to find some way of making this up to you. A recompense. We're talking about finance. I'll have to check with Mr. Lamont because of the handover, but I think we're talking somewhere in the regions of a tenner a week. Plus. I mean, maybe plus. That's got to make a difference, Mac, hasn't it?
Do you really want me to tell you?
Sure, go ahead. It's a friendly meeting.
We were sitting here in this office. Me, you, and Sharon.
Yes?
And I was asking for more money. Money which has suddenly become available. And you turned me down. And you know what your exact words were? You said, Mac, you will get the money when you're foreman. And you will be foreman when you've proved to me you can do the job. Am I right, Sharon?
He's right.
So what happened? Where did I fall down?
Look, Mac, it is not a question of falling down.
Look, have you had any complaints from customers, staff, anybody?
No.
So where have I fallen down? What, have I done anything wrong?
It's just that Sid is a very much older...
Look, the way I see it, Mr. Chance, is that you had a straight choice. It was him or me. It was as simple as that. And you can say what you like about qualifications, because you don't have to be a genius to run this place. I've just proved that. It was simply him or me. Sure, there's a difference between us. You'll have to be blind not to see it.
Now, look, Mac, there's got to be some light at the end of this tunnel.
Oh, yeah, sure there is. The train is coming.
What about this?
Well, isn't anybody going to ask me if I had a good time?
That is not the first thing that springs to mind, no.
What's wrong?
Where have you been, Jill?
Cruising on a dreamboat.
And that was so urgent you couldn't phone in not once in, what has it been now, 10 days?
You know how I feel about postcards.
And as for phoning in, well, I mean, what's the point of going on holiday if you're going to keep ringing back every 5 minutes?
To tell us you're gone?
Jill, we were worried.
Because I was with Adam, honestly.
Because you didn't tell us that you were with Adam or where you were. Believe me, it was a relief to find out you were with him. And I never thought I'd hear myself say that.
But am I going a bit mad or something? Or you going forgetful? Adam rang you?
Adam did not ring. I only found out that he'd gone from Sharon and 2 days later that you'd gone from your neighbour, Mrs. Egan.
But I was there when he rang. Oh, look, maybe it's not your memory. Maybe it's just your hearing. Look, it was the afternoon before we left. Adam rang the coach house.
He didn't ring, Jill, and David had no idea.
And he didn't tell Sharon that he had a travelling companion.
But
we were worried about you. It's so unlike you.
So like Adam. And so like him to go straight to the garage this morning.
look, can I see him first before you do?
Yes, of course.
Hello, Iris,
Hello,
love.
Auntie Kath. I just thought I'd pop round and see how you're getting on.
Oh, everything's fine. Take your coat off. Glenda's having a bath and washing her hair. She'll be down in a minute. Would you like a cup of coffee?
No tide one before I come out.
Everything all right round there?
Yeah, everything's great.
Come on, love. I can see through you as easily as I can your mother. You're more alike than you realise. You look all a bit edgy about something.
Yeah, well, I might be a bit, you know.
Your mother?
Since Mavis's old man turned up. In a way, I suppose he's like Mum, you know. They both like larking about, chatting each other up and that. She says it's all harmless, it's all a big giggle, but...
Is that what the row was about?
Who told you we had a row?
She did. I mean, she just said you had one. She didn't give the reason for it.
Yeah, well, it was that. And that's why I suggested we went to London together, to get her away from him.
Dear.
Honest, Auntie Kath, there's only going to be trouble if we don't do something to break it up before it goes any further.
Yeah, but even if I had a talk with her, I don't think it would do any good. I mean, it never has done in the past.
The only way to stop her ruining things for Mavis is to get her out of the house.
Yeah, but supposing she didn't come to London with you right away?
Auntie Kath?
Yeah?
There's only one way. Auntie Kath, would you have her back here?
Oh, dear.
Uncle Arthur?
Yeah.
Oh, you could talk him round if you put your mind to it.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sure you could.
He's become a lot more positive lately. But still, over something this important, he might agree. Maybe I could talk him round. I'll try.
So, this is where it all happens, then?
Believe me, it does.
Not a bad little setup?
Oh, we survive. Just.
Old man onto a good thing, then, is he?
I think perhaps he's a better judge of that than I am.
I wonder.
Is this a social call, or has it got a purpose?
Oh, it's got a purpose, all right. Mum's filling the car with petrol.
Oh.
So I thought I'd take the opportunity to wander round and cast my eye over the place.
Your father's still hoping you'll take an interest?
Doesn't give up easy, Dad. Don't you find?
He may very well be right about this place. If enough money's ploughed in, it could get very big indeed. Don't you find that attractive in any way?
Nope.
No.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Jennifer.
We're not keeping you from anything, are we?
Not at all. It's coffee time. Can I tempt you?
Oh, no, thank you, really.
On the house?
No, honestly, no. We only dropped in so that Ashley could have a look around.
Oh, not that he's very impressed.
Oh, my dear, you'd have to have the latest multiple murderer in the safe to impress him.
Not fair, Mum.
Well, I simply mustn't stay. I have to be at the hairdresser's before lunch. We are, having drinks for the hunters tonight.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yes, so Reggie keeps telling me, but if I know him, it'll be nothing but business talk. Though I must say I'm very much looking forward to meeting Mrs. Hunter. I think she's marvellous, don't you? As a writer, I mean.
I wouldn't know.
Eleanor Ruskin? Haven't you read any of her books?
No.
Oh, you should.
I shall save her up for my old age.
Will it be all right if I ask Matt to check my tire pressure?
I'm sure it will be.
Good. Well, I'll do that. Don't be too long.
OK.
What happened to the uniform, then?
Day off.
Ah.
Night off, too. And as my parents are off gallivanting, I should be at something of a loose end.
Oh, poor thing.
I was wondering if we might meet.
Haphazardly or by appointment?
Want to come over?
No. No, you come to me. I'll be there any time after 7.
Lie to me about that phone call. It just made me look a fool
Look,
in
if
front of
I
him.
had have told
It was
David,
just for my benefit,
in
wasn't
every
it?
way as you would have agreed any minute over the last 10 days.
Of course I would. But I would have liked to have had a choice.
If we hadn't have gone ahead, who knows when the opportunity would have been right again? You can throw away only so many chances.
They were worried.
Well, good, because if it crossed David's mind for one moment that you were fed up to the back teeth and that is why you had left, then it was worth it to you and to me.
Oh, welcome back, Mrs. Harvey. Heard you had a winter holiday.
Yes.
And very bonny you're looking for it too, doesn't she, Mr. Chance?
It certainly does.
Everyone needs a break now and then. Where did you go?
Norfolk.
Oh, lovely.
A bit damp, but lovely.
Yes. Nice to see you back as well.
A business trip.
Oh. Successful, was it?
Very.
It must have been a bit hectic here without either of us.
Which we will find out any moment now.
Yes, well, as I said before, welcome back. Both of you.
Oh. We should have thought. But I mean business trip. It's just the kind of unsolicited detail gives the whole thing away on a plate.
I'm sorry, I wasn't embarrassed enough to do any better.
Well, I wasn't embarrassed either, but it wasn't a good idea. I don't like to think that the staff are going to be gossiping about it.
Well, the building's come along. Dobson's pulled his socks up.
A lesson to us all.
I owe you both an apology.
Oh, don't bother, Adam.
We needed a break.
You should have told us. We were worried.
Yes, well, we're back now, both of us, and ready to work. I mean, either you can run this motel on your own, or with your wife's help, if she's prepared to stay on indefinitely, or you can count us in.
Now, that's blackmail. I don't find the bait very appetizing.
Look, I won't be talked to like this. I own 40% of this business, which is as much as you do without Barbara's share.
I should have made it quite clear I was referring to Adam, who owns 5%. Obviously not enough to keep his interest.
5%, plus an option to buy back another 5%.
You won't get it.
I have the legal right. And my lawyers will be in touch with yours again. You can't stall forever, David. You can sack me if you like. If you can get your wife's support, if you can. But as soon as I buy those shares back, Jill and I can stop you. All down the line.
Isn't there a way over this hostility?
Yes, there is. Why don't you just go, Get out.